All right, I believe I am live. As far as Streamlabs is confirmed, I am yet to be live on YouTube. This is the part. If you've been here before, you already know how it goes. You already know the routine. If you are here watching the replay after the fact, first of all, I want to say thank you. Because if you are showing, I understand when people show up and it's in the moment and we're right here together chopping it up and it's in real time, it's different. It's a whole atmosphere and everything. But if you're showing up watching this after the fact and there ain't even people here anymore, it's quiet, it's crickets, you're all by your lonesome. That's a totally different thing. And I respect that in a totally different kind of way. So if you're driving, you're making that commute, you're trying to stay awake, you're trying to psych yourself up before you go into work, you're at work right now, whatever it is that you're doing, if you're watching after the fact, I want to say thank you because, again, you're a different type of person. Of course, I'd like to have you here for the party when everybody's here, but if you miss that party, maybe you're an introvert. Maybe you don't want to have to contribute, you don't want to have to be talking to everybody and stuff like that. You just wanting to show up in that peace and quiet and that quiet time to consume this, I appreciate that. That's like a hardcore type of viewership right there. So I want to start off by saying thank you. I also want to apologize to you because if you're watching after the fact, that means that you see this annoying buffer at the beginning of the video that really shouldn't be here, that I'm always forced to have on here until I could go cut it out after the fact. And I'm going to be honest, sometimes if I have a really late night and I have a lot of stuff going on, like today, for example, tonight and tomorrow is kind of a big day. There's a lot of things going on in my life. So I'm probably not going to cut this out in time because it takes several hours to process. And then by the time YouTube finally allows me to do it, I'm probably already going to be a day or two ahead and I'll forget about it. And it's annoying, but it happens. So I just want to say thank you very much. And I'm going to continue to do my best to make things better and better each time for you. Let me see. All right. And now I am ready to go live. We're doing it. We are doing it. Wait, did I do it? Let me click on this link right here. I think so. Oh, David Flores. Oh, Jane Cuff. Oh my gosh, it's happening. It's happening again. KAIMON's dead. It's happening again. KAIMON's dead. KAIMON died. I said it last stream. I said every single time I'm here and KAIMON doesn't show up even before me, I think he's dead. KAIMON's dead, isn't he? KAIMON's dead. This is why I didn't want to get too used to it, because I'm going to be all paranoid every time he doesn't show up. I had to turn the lights on today. I'm not used to that anymore. I was halfway and I realized that I forgot my keys. And I was like, it doesn't even matter. KAIMON's going to be there. So I kept coming this way. I had to break a window. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, anybody, we're going to have to all hold hands and walk through the forest tonight. We're all going to have to be arm in arm looking for KAIMON. KAIMON! All right, I'm not going to think about it right now. I'm going to let it go for a few minutes. He's probably in the bathroom. And I saw a thing the other day, and I'm sure you already all know this. I've been seeing it for years, that you have more bacteria and diseases and stuff like that on your cell phone than you have on your toilet. So maybe KAIMON is like, I ain't going to take my phone in the toilet anymore. So maybe he's on the toilet and his phone's like in the kitchen right now. So I'm overthinking it. Thank you for those of you who are not on the toilet right now. Some of you are probably on the toilet right now though, but you don't care about the bacteria. David Flores, Jane Caulfield, GGB Chronicles. Random person. Hey, you ain't random to me. I appreciate you. El Tronado. ARJR721. Let's go. Hoser the guy. All of a sudden. Yes. Welcome to episode 6 of the All of a Sudden podcast. And why is it a podcast? Why is this one different? Because we're calling it a podcast. I didn't know that before. I was streaming all the time and I was like, isn't this a podcast? Because people were like, you should start a podcast. And I was like, I stream every single night. I'm pretty sure that's a podcast. How do you differentiate? And they were like, you just got to call it a podcast. So now we got a podcast. All of a sudden is the number one Mexican-led martial arts podcast on all of YouTube. Hey, he's alive! He's alive! Hey, bro, come on. Bro. Bro, we were worried about you? Bro. I was trying not to think about it because I was getting emotional. We were already starting a cappella. All you need is love. All you need is love. I was like, bro, Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, now KAIMON? Bro, you had me tripping, bro. I told him that he's probably on the toilet. He's on the toilet. He doesn't take his phone in the bathroom because the bacteria, whatnot. He's on the toilet. I'm late. I was eating steak tacos. Chale. KAIMON is still with us, ladies and gentlemen. KAIMON is still with us. Oh, bro, you had me. I was feeling anxiety, bro. Bro. I was like, it's my anxiety. KAIMON is R.I.P. Bro. He's back. He's back from the dead. Oh my gosh. KAIMON's out here like Elvis Presley. He's back. He's back from the dead. Oh my gosh. So yeah, anyway. Anyway, it's all of a sudden episode 6. It's officially a podcast now because we just had to call it a podcast. So it's a podcast, and I'm very happy to say it is the number one MMA podcast on YouTube hosted by a Mexican. Thank you very much for putting us in that position. Thank you. I appreciate all the work that all of you have done to get us to this point, all the loyalty. It does not go unnoticed. They said that we couldn't do it. They said we couldn't get to episode 6. And we're here. Mass holiday season. What? That work shift has been dragging. And here comes Grandmaster to save the day. Hey, I appreciate you. Old Dirty Bird, I appreciate you. I know how it is. I've been feeling funky too. I've been dragging, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Tomorrow's a big day. There's a lot of people coming over here for stuff in regard to the house. It's a pretty big day. We got a lot of stuff we got to do tonight. I'm still feeling a little bit laggy because I did a big event with Jesse Jr. this weekend. You could probably say I'm a little bit burned. And I'm feeling laggy. I'm feeling kind of out of it. And I was thinking, you know what? Should I just kind of coast today? Should I chill? And I was like, no. I told him I'm going to be back Monday evening. I already said it. I ain't going to back out now. I want to thank you all for being here. Checking my phone for GM notification every 5 seconds. See, I didn't want to let down David Flores. I didn't want to let him down. We got him, Jane Caulfield. It's all right. Call him off. Call off the dogs. Now we got to find Zach Hughes. Hey, I've been thinking about it. I wasn't going to put him on blast. Look at Zach Hughes. I got to say, I think Zach Hughes, I think he's getting the taste. He's getting a little taste. Zach Hughes, I believe, is getting that. He's in those growing pains right now, I believe. Zach Hughes is on that journey that I've been on. And I get it. I could relate. And it's a beautiful thing. Like, I've actually been wanting to reach out to him. And kind of just like, just powwow a little bit and just make sure he's good and stuff. Because Zach Hughes is doing his thing, man. He's getting up there and like, he's getting those likes and he's getting sponsored. Like, he's doing this. I'm so proud of that dude. But at the same time, like, I hope, I know how hard it could be. I know how lonely it could feel. I know how much of a grind it could be, how much stress is involved. I know how ridiculously hard it is to build up something like that, to sustain it, to make all the right moves. So his presence here has definitely been missed, but I completely get it. That's how I am. I'm a recluse because I live and breathe this. And when you don't see me on here, like I was doing something a little bit ago, a couple towns over, I had to go do some stuff. And I was sitting there while they were doing their thing that they had to do. I was sitting there in the car and I was working on podcast stuff. I was working on ideas. I was reading articles and stuff. Like, it never turns off, So he's definitely missed around here, but I get it. I know he's trying to build up his empire, Hey, Mike Lang too. I thought about Mike Lang the other day. I miss that dude. I hope he's all right. And where was it? I think it might have been Jesse on Fire. I was thinking it was Jesse on Fire, the MMA guru. I saw Mike Lang in one of their comment sections. I was like, oh, okay, bro. But I hadn't seen him in a while, so hopefully he's doing all right. Angel Padilla, what's up? Wait, what song is that, Sad Addict? Every light in the house is on. Every light. Wait, what? I'm trying to figure out what that is. Grandmaster was singing every light in the house. Is that a parody? What is that from? Every light in the house is on. That's the opposite to even if we just dancing in the dark. Every light in the house is turned on. I'm glad I got to get first before my wife pulled me away. What I miss? You didn't miss nothing. We were just looking. We were sending out a search party for KAIMON, but he was munching down. He was having some dinner real quick, so we're all good. We're talking about how we miss Zach Hughes, how we miss Mike Lang. But it's all right. Everyone's on a different journey. Everyone's on a different journey. Yeah, Zach's killing it. I saw he had like some fancy cutting board that like some other company made for him. I was like, bro, I'm gonna be buying a Zach Hughes grill in a couple right here. Jairo, I got 2 crackheads from my local 7-Eleven willing to step in for the BMF interim. Both takes $20 and a pack of cigs. Yes, exactly. You're getting a little bit ahead of me, and I like it because you're getting me back on track, Jairo. I like it. I was very distracted. I want to start talking about my topics a lot earlier on in the video, so then if we could kind of riff on the topic. So thank you for bringing me back around. Real talk. I used to check out his cooking vids on Instagram, but I had to stop because it made me hungry. Bro, same thing right here. And I feel bad because, like, I want to support the homie to the fullest. But I found myself watching his videos, and I was just depressed. Because I would watch his videos, and then I would go to my fridge and make a bologna sandwich. And it's like, bro, I'm trying to live vivaciously through him, but my taste... Did I tell you guys about that? I think a couple streams ago, I had an idea, and I was telling my kids about it, and they kind of thought it was dumb, but I think it's because they're a little bit dumb because they're younger, and hopefully when they get older, they'll get a little bit smarter. But I thought it was a good idea, like to help in like weight loss and stuff like that, and like to manage your eating and not getting too overweight and stuff like that. Taste bud removal. And I think that's like a $1 billion idea. Taste bud removal. Now, Bruce Lee, I don't know if a lot of people know this. Bruce Lee died because he had his sweat glands removed in his underarms, because he was a very vain individual. And he didn't like, and this is completely true. You could look it up. I don't know if you think I'm trying to be funny or what. You could look it up. He was self-conscious about showing underarm stains and sweat and stuff like that, because he was in so many movies and photos and TV shows and stuff like that. He had his underarm sweat glands removed, and that it was like a snowball effect. He overheated from that, and that's what led to the spiral that killed him. He basically overheated, and then different things happened in his body, led to his brain and whatever. So I was thinking, I mean, it's not as dangerous, but to kill the taste buds, like, the only reason I brought up the Bruce Lee thing is because some people would be like, that's not a thing. You can't remove stuff like that. The dude removed his sweat glands because he didn't want to look sweaty on a movie. And it doesn't make sense that he didn't want to look sweaty in the type of movie that you should look sweaty in. You shouldn't be Bruce Lee in a kung fu movie and not be sweating. Unless literally he wanted to have a kind of narrative like, bro, he didn't even break a sweat. Now I get it. Now it makes sense, and I can't really be mad at him. But the only reason I share this with you is to let you know that such a thing could be done. And I think that's $1 billion idea. Taste bud removal. That way, if everything tastes the same, bro, I'm just going to eat cucumbers all day. I ain't even going to put tahini on it. I don't even care. It all tastes the same. I'm going to eat cucumbers. I'm going to eat carrots. I'll probably still eat hot dogs. Just for the texture or whatever, but I think that's a great idea. I'm running dangerously low on Diet Pepsis right now. So I'm trying to conserve them. So I'm just drinking a little bit of water. I hate it when people say water. I listen to some podcasters, different ones, and they say water. Is that like a dialect from a certain area? Does anybody know? Is that like a thing from, or is that just like, you know how like some people say crowns instead of crayons? Or they say mayonnaise instead of mayonnaise. Oh man, that drives me crazy. I can't stand when people, hey, you want some mayonnaise? Nah, no, I would like some mayonnaise though. And when they try to correct me, I tell them, hey, tell me this. When you shorten it, do you say mao, or do you say mayo? Mayo. Why do you think so? Because it's mayonnaise. It's not mayonnaise, or they would say mao. Can I have some mao? It doesn't make any sense. Or people say caramel instead of caramel. Can you spell? There's another A in there, homie. It's not caramel. Super Blood Wolf Moon. Ooh! My MMA gym shut down. Where can I pay to get choked? Oh, snap. It shut down. Bro, I've talked about it before. The dojo that I used to attend got shut down. It was one of the most heartbreaking moments of my life. I remember I was there the final night that we were allowed to be there, and I was helping my sensei pack up everything. And we had the final little, turn the lights off, and like the final, like on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when they had the last look around the mansion and all that before. It was like one of those, like the last episode of like the series finale. It was, bro, I still remember when we were driving away. Like, it was one of the most saddest moments of my life. Ironically, after that, when I was on the way home, is the first night that I ever tried the Western Burger from Carl's Jr. And ironically, it ended up being one of the best moments of my life because that's one of my favorite snacks. So I'm a little bit conflicted about the night as a whole. But like that one memory was terrible. Like if I just separate that one memory itself from the day as a whole, then that moment was awful. Like the day kind of washed out. But that was a terrible memory. I feel bad, bro. What could I? But if it makes you feel any better, there's a lot of places. There's too many places actually that you could pay to get choked online. Too many places. If you ask Jeeves, he'll give you like too many. ARJR721, did you play? Didn't I? ARJR721. I'm not gonna deceive you. I kept that between me and you. Marilena's never even heard that song. Marilena's not an old soul like me. Marilena, like, she could be frustrating sometimes. Like, she can't even, like, if we can't even watch a movie together that's like older than 2018, or she'll be like if I try to watch like a black and white movie, something a little bit artsy, if I try to pop in some oldies, she's like, what's this? But so I don't want to try to, I never know when she tries to pop in here, so I don't want to go too hard on that. But like she doesn't even know the song. That we weren't in the best place that evening as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I don't think she would have appreciated the humor. Aside from finances, it was not our best moment. The move and all the stress that has been tied into our whole situation right now, it's been very stressful, because we're gonna leave here. Like, we get a buyer, right? And they say, yup, and they agree, we get paid, cool. Our combined credit score right now is 9. So I might live in a hotel for a little bit. So we're going to cash out, but it's going to be very interesting what's going to follow. So it's a very stressful time. She was very surprised and relieved about that evening, as was I. That night was crazy. I didn't know if I wanted to say this. I won't say it. There's no reason to. Yeah. What is happening? I apologize. Hold up. There's something funky going on. What are you doing? ? Can you hear them? ? Are you ruining my stream on purpose? ? All right. Oh. Well, what a coinky dink. Bro. I'm trying to see if there's, man, I hope this is not old. It says 8:20 p.m., so that was like right now. Okay. Wilson Mitchell just slapped down $100 in the Cash App. I could cash that out tonight. $100 in the Cash App from Wilson Mitchell. I wasn't even going to stream tonight. I wasn't even going to stream. I'm tired. I'm lagging. You can see my face is all burned. I haven't caught back up to reality yet. I got to wake up early. I wasn't even going to stream. I've been streaming for 24 minutes, and Wilson Mitchell comes down and slaps down 100 like it's nothing. Thank you. And look, I want to tell you guys something. I'm excited. I'm so excited. The house is finally officially, there's been so much back and forth and stuff. We've been having to work out it's going to be listed officially finally this week. This week. Possibly within 48 hours. As soon as we get a buyer and we're out of here, we're like I said, our combined credit, mine and Marileta's, is it's 9. So we found a house to rent because this was our house. We were paying a mortgage, but I'm like, you know what? And I'm trying to do what I think is the right thing. It was like, you know what? Let's live within our means. Let's not be house poor. Let's just rent a place. And we'll have more family time. Instead of pouring every penny into a house, let's have some money to go have a nice dinner. You know, when we like on a weekend, instead of, you know, being able to do stuff outside the. Let's go to Morro Bay for 2 days. You know. Anyway, we found. I found. Actually, we both found it independently. It was funny. She showed it to me. And I was like, I was already looking at that one. I got all my homies with me. I found a little house in the country. I've always wanted to live in the country. And we are family. I got all my homies with me. We found a house in the country, and it has a big family. I got all my homies with me. It has a big old shed. That I was like, bro, family. I got all my homies with me. I was like, I could use that for my dojo. I could say it's a big shed. Not a pig shed. It's a big shed. And I was like, I could use that for streaming. I could use that. The piano, the background for video. I could put a mat right here. Me and Flaco could do stuff. And I'm getting all amped up over it. And so we were thinking, maybe if our credit score is so messed up, maybe if we cash out our equity, if we pay enough deposit or whatever up front, they'll work with us. I don't know. But I saw one and I'm getting excited about it. Because the number one thing I keep thinking, where's my dojo going to be? Where am I going to shoot my videos? Where am I going to stream? If I could have a shed like that, oh my gosh. Hold up. I heard some music coming through here. Let me catch up. ARJR721 says, I see it and raise 50 in PayPal. Hey, okay, look, I'm going to repeat something right now that I said the last time I streamed when ARJR721 and Wilson Mitchell wasn't here. And I'm going to say it after I read this real quick. ARJR721 just dropped 150 bucks. He just dropped 150 bucks in the PayPal as I saw another notification come through from Wilson Mitchell. Thank you, ARJR721. I haven't even started talking about my topic yet. And I already know you see the breaking news right there. I mean, right here. I haven't even got to say a word about it yet. Is my nose bleeding? Mocos. I haven't even got to dive in to my topic. ARJR721 drops 150 50 big ones in the chat. Thank you very much. We are family. Because I got all my homies with me. Unbelievable. The family keeps growing. Wilson Mitchell with the additional $50. Additional $50 in the Cash App. He says for new gloves. For new gloves. Oh, snap. You talking about like, what should I get? Some Hayabusa? Some Venoms? I wonder if me and Hayabusa should get back together. What do you think? Wilson Mitchell with the additional 50 big ones. I wonder if, did I miss something? Were we talking about different kind of gloves? He has to be talking about MMA gloves, huh? Or like gloves for like yard work. Probably MMA, huh? Boxing? Or like motorcycle gloves. Michael Jackson gloves. Fingerless gloves. Probably yard work gloves, huh? If I'm in the country. Unbelievable. Thank you. Look, I want to say this right now. That one evening, I think it was Thursday evening, whatever the last day of the month was, the 31st. I said it, and ironically, neither of you were here the next day, or I didn't see you. ARJR721 and Wilson Mitchell. I didn't see either of you guys the next day when I was streaming, and I just wanted to say, I definitely don't, because you know what would happen, and it was unfortunate. Remember in the old days, there was a couple different dudes that would show up, and I don't know if I want to say their names right now because I don't want to make it even weirder, but there was dudes, there was like 2 or 3 of them, and they would show up and they would drop fat, like stupid money, and then they would disappear. And the only time we would ever see them is when they would come down and drop money like that. And I just want to make sure, and I probably don't have to tell you this. You're like, whatever, I'll do whatever I want. It's no big deal. I just want to say from my perspective, I don't ever want anyone that gets that kind of reputation and comes in here throwing fat to ever feel like, you know, it's expected or I'm going to be like presumptuous about it. Never. If you never gave a penny again, it's all the same. It's all love. It's all appreciation. You know, you must have won the lottery at a certain time in your life, or you just had some money to wash real quick. I don't know, but I just want to say, because I had that fear that, you know what, I don't want there to be some kind of expectation. I'm so appreciative in general, and I know that certain things happen for certain reasons and at the right times. And there couldn't have possibly been a more right time than that other night that completely bought us a whole other month and just changed everything. So I just want to say thank you. And again, if you never gave another penny again, I love you and I'm appreciative of you. And that was a crazy, crazy night, and it just came in the most clutch. So thank you. Let me catch up here because I know I heard some horns. You at homie's crib, you get a sandwich, ask for mayo, but they pull out Miracle Whip. What's the next move? You want to know the mistake that I made when I was a youngster, when I was a little chiquitín? I heard Miracle Whip, right? I was like, I heard, hey, there's the Miracle Whip, okay? What I heard in my beanie was, there's the whipped cream. I was a big fan of Cool Whip. I used to just eat it out the tub with a spoon when I was little. And one time I heard, hey, they said there's the Miracle Whip. And what I heard was there's the Cool Whip. It was not the same. I have not eaten Miracle Whip again to this day. I'm still recovering. The next move, and here's the thing, because what a lot of people are looking for, and I could only assume if someone even has Miracle Whip in their house, if it's even in the vicinity, I mean, I would have to hope, I would have to assume they're trying to push you away. Or they're trying to troll, they're trying to prank you, they can't let you get close. I can't wrap my beanie around someone unironically eating Miracle Whip. So what I'm thinking is, this type of person is just looking and hoping for a reaction from you. So I wouldn't give them the satisfaction. All I would do is I would just get up from my seat and just walk out the door and never respond to their text messages or phone calls ever again. Because they're wanting you to get mad. They're wanting you to say something. They're wanting you to give them a reason. You know, there's something deeper going on there. Don't give them the satisfaction. You can't give them the closure of that moment. The strongest, most impactful thing you could do is just be indifferent. Just that apathetic, like, get up and walk out. That's disgusting. They're probably going to put some Miracle Whip and some olives on their sandwich. Yeah, Carl's Jr., bro, I went there, I don't know how long ago, and I got one meal, and they're like, okay, that'll be $35. What? Thought I was buying the homie Carl's Jr. himself. They put little dude in the bag. Billy the Kidder gifted 5 Mexican martial arts memberships. And in case you forgot, today is the first day that we're doing the members only live stream. After this, directly after this stream, we're doing a members only live stream. Don't get mad at me. The people asked for this. The people fought for this. And I am the people's champ. You know how it's true? Because it's in my cover on my homepage. That's how you know it's true. I listen to the people. Tonight is the first night ever we're doing the members only stream on this channel. Ellie Ben, Hoser the Guy, Chunky Bunny, A9S2W5, MMA Gayru. You all are in the memberships now. Because I got all my homies with me. ARGR721. I already read that. Chuck Fury at FuriousComedy.com. Look, I want you to understand what Chuck Fury just did right now. I have memberships on my channel that go as low, and you know what? I always forget it. I always forget how it works until I click on this. I have 5 different membership levels on my channel right now, okay? 99 cents. You could be a member on this channel for 99 cents. That means for 99 cents a month, you're going to have full access to members only streams. You're going to have the membership tab, all the uploads, all the behind the scenes, all the music, all the responding to comments, different stuff that I do that the general public does not see. Gem Pop, it's the dark web of the Mexican martial arts. You get the link to the Discord. You get anything and everything you want. You get anything you want on the membership tab as low as 99 cents a month. The second tier is $1.99. And then $4.99, and then $9.99, and then for the psychopaths that want to support me more than I deserve, $24.99. So I want you to understand something right now. Chuck Fury, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure which one he had before. Chuck Fury just upgraded his membership. Chuck Fury is paying more right now than he was just 2 minutes ago for the exact same access. That means he's going out of his way to go above and beyond and paying extra money when he doesn't even have to have the exact same access to the exact same type of content. Now, I'm realizing right now as I'm saying this out loud that Chuck Fury probably didn't know that. And I may be shooting myself in the chancla right now. And any second, I'm going to get a notification saying that he's going back down to the 99 cent squad. And he would be completely within his right to do so. But I just want to let you know that it's at least a possibility. that he just upgraded his membership right now when he did not have to for the exact same type of access. That's different right there. That's different. I appreciate that. Thank you, Chuck Fury. At FuriousComedy.com. Yeah, that's a real website. That's a real website that you can look up because he's an actual comedian. He's doing his thing on stage in front of human beings with a microphone. That's a lot of confidence and bravery right there. Unbelievable. ARJR721, lock up with God like Jacob. He will provide, bro. You know what? I feel like I've just been like so beaten up the last couple years. And I don't know if anyone could relate to this. I've always felt like such a confident, like strong, able-bodied, like I feel like I'm a physical person. I like to exercise. I like to be mobile and stuff like that. After the last couple years, there's times when I'm just like walking around in my house, walking around at the store, and I feel like I'm like limping. And I just feel like my body's hurt or something. Like, I don't know if it's a mental thing. Like, I literally feel like I've just been so beaten up by life. Like, I've like it's giving me a limp or something. And then I'll kind of mentally like, nah, chale. And I'll like shake it off. Like, what the heck? I'm not like a 80-year-old man, chale. And I'll try to like intentionally start walking different and feeling different. I'm like, what's going on? And I just feel like I've allowed life to just make me feel so beat up that I feel like I'm like, I don't even think it's a physical thing, to be honest with you. I feel like it's a mental thing that's just making me feel like the weight of things. And I'm bringing that up, ARJR721, because I would like to experience that on the opposite side of that, you know? I don't want it to be life just beating me and wearing me down. I would like it to be like that, where I have that legitimate, that struggle of some type of significance and substance that, you know, if I do walk away being touched on the hip like that, if I do walk away being different after the fact, it has meaning. It's intentional. I've been changed. And it's like I want it in that righteous type of way, not because I just let life abuse me, you know? It's like I've been feeling the opposite of that. And it's just an empty feeling. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You're right. Let me remind you, okay? Let me remind you. I wasn't even going to stream today. I was over there in the kitchen about 50 minutes ago, 50. And I was looking around the pad and I was thinking, I was trying to justify in my beanie all these different things I had to do tonight. How early I need to be up, what has to happen tomorrow. And I was trying to justify not streaming because I just felt so tired. And I said, chale. I said I was going to be there. I'm going to be there. Yeah, I'm going to be there. I wasn't even going to stream today. And I haven't even talked about my topic. And now I have Grendel HVS. Grendel HVS just slapped down 200 big ones. 200! 200 big ones. in the PayPal. I got people in the chat today like if it's the last day of the month and I'm going to get evicted. How is this the daily? I can't even remember the last time I made a breakdown. Grendel HVS says, here's 200 big ones. I don't got nothing to do with them. I don't need them. Here you go, Grandmaster. Here you go. Hold this. You can hold this. 200 big ones from Grendel HVS. I always want to say VHS, but it's HVS. I don't even know what to say to that. Thank you very much, Grendel HVS. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, you guys being this generous this early on in the month, you're giving me that kind of breathing room. I'm going to act up and make a breakdown. I'm going to act up and start editing. I'm going to be like, I got time today. I'm going to start screen recording on Fight Pass. I'm going to start photoshopping stuff. I'm going to Photoshop one thing that takes me 5.5 hours like back in the old days. Because you're giving me that breathing room. I'm going to act up and make a breakdown. I have so many executive producers showing up now. Wait, he always skipped me when I ask about that song. Wait, what song? Are you doing a live rendition of Leave Me Alone? I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I wrote a song called Just Leave Me Alone to get I can't you got to get on the membership. You got to get on the membership. I gave you too much already. I gave you too much. You're getting me all nervous, bro. You're getting me nervous. Okay. I just want to let you know that you people are too good to me. You people are too good to me. I'll say this. I'm going to let you know this right now. I've witnessed that some people have let the generosity of their viewers and the loyalty and faithfulness from their viewers allowed it to change them. And I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions right now because it continues to wow me, the capabilities of some people. And it's like there's no way that. Like, I try to make sure to proactively condition myself not to expect anything because I know how hard life is and I wouldn't expect anything from anybody. But I just want to let you know, whether it's where I'm at right now, some dude losing his house, or however far down the road, if and when I'm just crushing it with views and AdSense and revenue and blah, blah, I'm going to be the same person. And I've seen it change people, and it's disappointing. And it's like, I feel like I'm seeing it in real time before my eyes. Like, it seems like when you see it with other people, it's like they were here and now they're there. How'd that happen? And now I feel like I'm living through, like, intense generosity that I can't even understand. And I'm seeing it bit by bit, and you guys are taking me through. I feel like daily I'm seeing going from here to here, and, like, it's exciting, but I just want to let you know I'm going to stay humble. I mean, this is very humbling. If you know what, and you know what I think is good for me? The way that this journey is starting to shape. Because if I would have started uploading videos back in the day and just destroying it on YouTube and with the algorithm, and I was making like millions of dollars, that might not have been good for me. I might have started acting like Tony Hinchcliffe. Like I was just God's gift to the universe, you know? Started getting all cocky and stuff. But I'm so like too hyper fully aware. Every single time I'm able to get to another month, it was 100% the people. YouTube didn't care about me. YouTube didn't put me in whatever and push me and give me the impressions and this. It was people. And I'm consistently getting lower views than I've ever gotten now. I was getting them okay for a while when I was doing the videos every day. But since I started streaming, I'm like consistently getting the lowest views ever. But because people are so supportive, I'm doing better financially. I was telling Marilena the other night, I used to make a video and it would take me like 2-3 weeks to make, and it would get over 100,000 views. And it would make me like $150. And then I've been here less than an hour. No editing, and look at what's happened already. Wilson Mitchell's right back, and he says, for whatever, just for whatever, in the Cash App, another $100. For whatever. I hope I get the house in the country. If I could get my setup, and things are smooth, and I could just focus on this full time. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to do my actual video. I'm going to do some shorts. I'm going to do my first stream. I'm going to do my second stream. Maybe. I just always felt like I had no possibilities. Like there was no potential there. Everything was against me. And like, what for? Why even do this? And for the first time, it's starting to feel sustainable. Because now I'm doing something that I was never willing to do before because I was embarrassed. I want to fit in, but secretly I don't eat condiments, including mayo. That's how Jesse Jr. is. He doesn't like to put anything on anything. I'm like, bro, but I get it. Everything's always no sauce, plain, always. Apparently, I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll still eat it. Hey, for real. That's commitment right there. It's going to give you some pedos. How much do you want it? Chuck Fury at FuriousComedy.com has been a member for 19 months. I did know, and I want to do the $24.99 membership, but I'm not a very successful comedian. Hey, we're in good company together, right? Let me tell you this, Chuck Fury. I'm starting to feel better these days, honestly, because the way things are starting to shape up, it's starting to look like there's some light at the end of the tunnel, you know? But up to this point, Chuck Fury, you know, we've been doing this for at least a few years, right? You've been here rocking with me for a few years. Do you think I'm humorous? And I don't want to assume anything, but I mean, I would assume, you know, you rocking here for so long, I would say, hey, bro, and I'm saying this to relate with you and build you up, you know? Like, do you think I'm humorous? And if you say yes, bro, I'm losing my house, bro. Not being successful doesn't mean you're not funny, bro. Sometimes it's just, I went left when I should have went right, and vice versa. And maybe I should have talked to this person, and maybe I should have shown up for that one thing, or maybe I should have stayed back that one time, or maybe I should have said this instead of that. Like, it's all so much who you know. And I'm not trying to like badmouth anybody, so I won't say any specific names, but a perfect example is like they call it the Joe Rogan sphere. You know, there's comments in his circle, comics that probably wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for his influence. or, without him, like vouching for them, So it's like so much of it is just like networking and talking to this person and being on that thing. It's like so unfair, bro. It's just such a game. But I think the best thing I could say, because I know you've been so loyal here, is like, hey, do you think I'm funny at all? And to let you know, I've been broke, bro. Like stupid, suffocating. I hate my life, bro. Super unsuccessful. But I got people showing up all the time saying like the best, most kind, amazing things. So it's like, what the heck is going on here? What's not lining up here? So I don't want, I mean, and, maybe you don't even need me to say this. You probably know all this already. You're probably like, I know I'm funny, but I just want you to know not being successful has nothing to do with that, man. A lot of it is just politics. It's so dumb. I appreciate that very much too, by the way, because you're doing something that you don't have to do. I really appreciate that. Justin Sanders just upgraded. He just upgraded as well. Thank you, Justin Sanders. Justin Sanders just upgraded to the $4.99 squad. The influence of Chuck Fury at FuriousComedy.com continues. Thank you, Justin. Unbelievable. Don't forget to stick around for that members only stream. Lil 8 up, 532 left in my account. 332 now. Hey, there's been times, and Marilena will, you know what the worst thing is? Marilena is like a accounting and business major. And she does PayPal. She does payroll and stuff like that. So that tells you a lot about like where her mind's at and what kind of stuff she does. I can't get away with nothing. Like, there's been a time where I had like stupid little in the bank, but I was like such a fan and just really wanted to support someone on YouTube. So I shot him a donation and said something in the chat. And then like 2 minutes later, I get a text. Did you just buy this on YouTube? So I'm saying, Lil 8 up, I know what it's like to be hurting in the account and still be like, you know what? I want to say something. I want to do something. I want to make a dent. And I could relate to that. Thank you, Lil 8 up. I appreciate that. I've been there. ARJR721. It's amazing to watch God provide in real time. I haven't been where I've wanted to be lately. I got all my homies with me. I've been stressing too much about my situation lately and becoming a workaholic. And I know you can't serve two masters. You can't serve both God and mammon, and I hate it, and I'm super aware of it. I wake up and go to sleep every day stressing about how to make the ends meet, and I believe that's what's gonna change when we get out of here, because now we're not gonna have this house as an idol, But I've been very aware of how I'm not being the best steward of my time, and I did think it was very interesting, ARJR721, those last couple streams where things came through fat. Some of the stuff that came up in conversation that I was talking about and did not shy away from. And I was like, bro, it's crazy, because I felt like maybe that has something to do with it. And maybe the people donating and stuff, maybe they didn't feel that way and they're like, that's crazy. I don't agree with that. I don't know. I'm just saying. In my beanie, I made that connection. I don't know. And that's one of the biggest things I'm looking forward about getting into that new situation, is just, getting back to where I need to be, spending the right amount of time and stuff like that. Lord Racer member for 21 months. Coming up on 2 years with me. Thank you. And that's very interesting timing too, because that was like the whole time I was selling cars. So the fact that you've been around riding with me, I appreciate that, Lord Racer. Marloca member for 30 months. 30 months for Marloca. We are family. I got all my homies with me. Thank you, Marloca. Always encouraging, always. Oh my gosh. That's amazing to say ARJR721. I had no idea. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love to see that. I love to see that. My wife's looking at me crazy. um Total transparency, I've been sober for 3 years. That's why I have extra money now, bro. I mean, that's how I was. I mean, I don't mean to trivialize it or anything like that, because honestly, it is a problem with me. I haven't been doing it for quite a while because I went through a real stupid time and had to grow up a lot and realize how immature I was being. But that's how I was with food. And it was like an addiction. Like, anybody that knows me personally, that's like the number one thing they'll joke about with me, the way I eat. And if anyone would say what's his biggest, crutch, or what's he addicted to, or what's his they'll be like, food. So I get it, bro. I would go to Carl's Jr. and I would get like 3 spicy chicken sandwiches. I would get a Superstar. They don't have it anymore. They changed the name. Now it's like a Famous Star with 2 patties. I would get 2 sodas. I would get large fries. I would get Crisp Cut fries. And then what's the other? I haven't been there for so long. What was the other thing? Oh, onion rings. And then a lot of the time I would get a cheesecake. I would just go, when I go to McDonald's, I would get 2 large Cokes at least, because the large sodas over there at McDonald's are tiny. I would get a 20 piece chicken nugget, hot mustards, 2 large fries, 2 McChickens, double quarter pounder, burger. Like, I was just like stupid with food. I would just like eat my feelings, But thank you, Lord of the Pies. I'm gonna get to it right now. I'm gonna get to it because we already passed an hour. I started streaming too late today. And I'm doing the inaugural members only stream, so I gotta get to it today. Breaking news: Max Holloway out till 2026. Interim BMF title fight in the works. This is getting embarrassing. It's getting pathetic, frankly. And it's on the cusp of possibly going to a new platform. Netflix, maybe? That's what it's sounding like. And we got this dude that lost to Ilia Tapuera, beat a dude that's past his prime, on his retirement fight, on his way out, couldn't even finish him. And now we find out he got hurt during that. To make it even worse, this dude that won and he's trying to ride that high and get himself a rematch with the dude that just beat him. This dude that we speak of now has a broken hand. He's going to be out till at least 2026. And the way he's been talking about himself, the way he's been going after Ilia Tapuera again, the way he's been hyping it up, the way he's been justifying his trajectory, I wouldn't be surprised if he expects the whole UFC to wait for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's treating it like Ilia, like, hey, I'm going off to war. Don't Pearl Harbor me. Don't do me like Josh, what's that guy's name? Don't do me like, what was it? It was Josh something. Am I getting the actors mixed up? Which one's the one that supposedly died? Don't do me like Josh Hartnett. Or is it don't do me like Ben Affleck? Which is the one that she thought died? Does anybody remember? Did anybody watch Pearl Harbor? It was Hartnett. Jade. Wait, what is happening? Ah! Okay. Okay. We got some jokesters. We got some jokesters in the chat. I think it was Josh Hartnett. I'm gonna be looking for that. I'm gonna be keeping an eye open for that. Alex RMZ. Which one's the one that she thought died? And she's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't wait for you for a month. I have needs. Which is the one that died? Wasn't it Josh Hartnett? And then Ben Affleck swooped in? Did anybody watch Pearl Harbor? Nobody in this chat watched Pearl Harbor. Okay. So plus side. Nobody watched the movie, so no one's going to know if I was wrong. Okay? So Max Holiday is saying, don't do me like Josh Hartnett. You got to wait for me till 2026. Hey, Ilya Tapuera, you know how you just knocked me out? I never been knocked out before. You know how you're the only dude that ever knocked me out? And you know how I'm past my prime? And everybody knows that even though I got little muscles now? And that's somehow fooling people? You know how I'm past my prime and you knocked me out? You're the only dude that ever knocked me out? And now I beat some dude that's past his prime? And it was his retirement match. And now I think because of that, I fought my way back to you? Well, now my hand's broken. Because I broke it on said homie. The dude that I couldn't finish, I can't fight till 2026. You will wait for me, correct? Because I know you don't want to fight Dustin Gaethje. Because he's a loose cannon. He's got nothing to lose. One punch, you could be out. I know you don't want to fight Arman Tsarukyan. Because you care so much about Islam Makhachev, right? You're offended on his behalf. You're offended that Arman Tsarukyan supposedly missed weight. So you're standing up for Islam, right? I know you don't want to fight Patty. Because he's too big. Because you care about stuff like that. So you're going to wait for me, right, till 2026? The funny thing, I was thinking about it when I was in the car earlier. The funny thing is if Max Holiday is out till 2026, he might come back he might come back when the UFC's on Netflix. And the thumbnails are going to get confusing because when he fights Ilya Tapuera, his thumbnail is going to be side by side with the dude from Monster House. And people are going to click on the wrong video. I was thinking about that when I was driving. I was laughing to myself. How Max Holiday looks like the old dude with the haunted house from Monster House. And how people are going to click on the wrong video. And it's going to mess up all the analytics. Ilya Tapuera is using time away as one of the excuses why he doesn't want to fight Arman Tsarukyan. He's saying that he's unprofessional. He missed weight. And again, it's ridiculous because Arman Tsarukyan had a thing going on with his back. It wasn't because of weight. And I said it last time. When Ilya Tapuera was talking to the Nauk boys, he was like, no. It was because of weight. I know. You know how I know it was because of weight? Because one time I missed weight? Okay. So you're the dude that misses weight. He's done it a couple times. He was like, yeah, because one time when I missed weight, my back was hurting. So therefore, I know that he missed weight. Because anytime someone's back hurts, it's because they miss weight. Hey, guess what, Ilya? My back was hurting the other day. Did I miss weight too? I mean, I'm not where I want to be right now, but I didn't have to weigh in for anything is what I'm saying. One of the reasons Ilya is saying he doesn't want to fight Tsarukyan because it doesn't make sense. He needs to fight someone else first. He's acting like if it's an insult to him because of the time off. Well, now Holiday's pushing for that fight, and now he's not even going to be back till 2026. It's going to be another excuse for Ilya Tapuera. Is Ilya Tapuera ever going to be able to fight anyone ever again? He has a different excuse for every single fighter. It's like he doesn't want to fight. He's trying to master the art of fighting without fighting. And people keep talking about, and I thought they were messing around at first. I thought DC and Charles Sonny, I thought they were trying to be cute. I thought they were trying to be funny when they started talking about like continuing to defend the BMF title and actually putting it in different divisions. They want to have a BMF for flyweight, bantamweight, featherweight. They want to put it in every single division. They want to have a ladies BMF. And Max Holloway actually talks about it like if it's not a meme. He talks about it like if he's proud of it. He talks about how he's the BMF. He's setting history. He's the only one to ever defend it. He's going to keep defending it. He's acting like he means it. And now, in the midst of that, he's saying that he's going to have to walk away till 2026. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right here. Because of the way he's treating this bout, like a real bout, like not just a funny meme kind of participation trophy title. For the first time ever, we're going to have an interim BFM champ. Interim. We're going to have people fighting for fake bouts that represent other fake bouts. And I was thinking about it when I was driving home. I don't think we're too far removed from having a set like interim champion. Like you know, it's kind of hard to describe because when I was driving, I was thinking, how could I word this so that they could understand what I'm saying? I'm saying like, I think we're going to get to the point where we have an interim title that's not interim. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have like the undisputed title, right? And that's a thing. And someone wins it and then they lose it and then someone else wins it. We have you have an undisputed welterweight champ, right? And then you're going to have the BMF welterweight undisputed champ, right? But then you're also going to have the interim welterweight undisputed champ. It's becoming such a theme in the UFC that they're just going to make the interim champ like non-interim. It's going to be like an actual like year round. Like, I don't know. Again, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to describe something like that. How do you describe something that's temporary as being permanent? It's getting to the point where we're going to have like when the interim champ needs an interim champ, it's going to have to be like the temporary interim champ. We're starting to have so many that it seems like we have it more often than not. So it's going to become a perennial type of thing. You could have one dude in the division. Maybe they don't have to have divisions anymore. Imagine if Max Holloway was BMF champ in lightweight, and then he fought Ilia Tapuera. And then like during like the third round, like a bolt of lightning struck Tapuera and killed him. And then Max Holloway wins the lightweight undisputed title. And then he fights Dustin Gaethje for interim, because Dustin Gaethje is the kind of dude that could be an interim champ. And then he knocks him out again. And he's still a lightweight, but he has a lightweight undisputed, BMF, and interim. And then if Max Holloway breaks his other hand in the process of knocking out Gaethje, then someone else is going to have to come in and win the temporary interim. Oh my gosh. It's going to be the interim BMF, interim undisputed, and then the temporary interim. And Holloway's already mad at Gaethje. He's saying, why does he keep talking about he deserves a title shot? If anyone deserves a title shot, it's me. Look at what I just did to Gaethje. Why would he get Tapuera before I do? Look at what I just did to Gaethje. Well, look at what Tapuera just did to you. How is it going to make any sense for you to go right back to that dude after Poirier? I know he got built up because of the send-off and all the B-roll and stuff like that. But it still is what it is when all the fanfare wears off. I mean, I know we're trying to be nice to him. And we're trying to say, okay, you did it at the right time and not give him a hard time. But you already know what it is. If Dustin Poirier, if he was not retiring when he did, people would be making fun of him right now. They'd be calling him washed. They'd be saying, past your prime, you're embarrassing, retire, retire. That's how people are. People are brutal. But because he retired, people are being nice about it. Max Holloway is delusional about his position right now. And I just got a notification I just got a $50 donation, 50, from Wilson Mitchell. A $50 donation, 50, from Wilson Mitchell. And Alex RMZ is living vivaciously through Wilson Mitchell. Alex RMZ is living vivaciously through Wilson Mitchell. Wilson Mitchell is out here taking IOUs. Wilson Mitchell has become the official bank of the Mexican martial arts. The first to ever do it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wilson Mitchell has reached new heights tonight. BMF belts for all weight classes. Max has to fight each and every one of them. How many can he collect? They're like Pokemon. It skipped on me. Can you choose who the membership goes to if you buy it as a gift? I think from what I've heard, it automatically goes to the people that are the most active in the chat, if I understood correctly what people were saying. Oh, bro. Wake up at 4:30 or 5, depending what, bro. Look, I picked a really interesting day for the inaugural members only stream. But I said it before I knew how tough today was going to be, and I'm sticking to my word. I told you guys last week that I was going to do it on Monday, and we're going to do it. We're doing it live. I wanted to make sure that I thoroughly got through the topic today, and we have now accomplished that. Max Holloway is hurt. He got hurt fighting a lackluster fight with a lackluster individual. People, look, I know I'm going to have some people. I know I'm going to have some loyal people in here right now. Some Puritans in here, they're going to be like, oh, I didn't like hearing you say that, Grandmaster. It was a little bit against the grain. It didn't feel comfortable. A lackluster fight. Did you watch the fight, Grandmaster? Yes. But if I fight my 3-year-old nephew right now and I get some real good highlights out of it, are you going to call that fight of the year? We have to call it what it is. It's a lackluster fight, but because you have to take into consideration his ability, his skill. You have to take into consideration who's fighting who, where they're at in their careers, what's going on. It was a lackluster fight against a lackluster individual, and I know that's hard for a lot of people to hear right now. But again, you're the people that made fun of him his whole career. You could be acting like you're his best friend now just because he's retiring and you want to give him a nice send-off, but everyone used to make fun of him for being a perpetual bridesmaid. And now everyone wants to act like, oh, don't be like that. I'm just trying to keep it real. You're the one trying to switch it up, not me. I'm just calling you out and you're feeling uncomfortable. Max Holloway broke his hand in a lackluster fight with a lackluster individual. He has to wait out till 2026, and he still has the nerve to say that other fighters don't deserve the title shot and that he should get it. He's crazy. He's like Josh Hartnett. He's going to come back from Pearl Harbor, and he's going to see Ben Affleck with that strap. And he's going to say, how could you do this to me? How could you do this when I just couldn't finish a dude past his prime on his retirement fight where he's mentally already stepping away from the game? How could you do this to me? And I believe that because the UFC and the fans love Max Holloway so much. I just realized it's prophetic. I just realized right now that is what's going to conceive the first ever actual permanent interim champ lineage. He's going to be the first ever actual interim champ that's not just an interim. You know, I'm still having trouble articulating the concept because you're used to hearing interim and it means, you know, it's going to go away at a certain point, but I'm saying he's going to be the first interim that's like year round. He's going to defend interim titles. It's not something to be debated whether it's going to become undisputed or not. There's going to be an undisputed interim champ. It's like a legitimate title. I'm going to wrap this up right now because it's late and I started late because I'm an idiot and I should have done this earlier. But I had no choice. I had to go do some stuff. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, and I want to let you know, I'm not sure exactly how to do it. I've never, ever in my life done a members-only stream. I'm going to do it right now. As soon as I log out of here, I'm going to start the members-only stream. And those of you that have green names right now are going to be in there. You're going to be in there. We're going to be on that dark web of the Mexican martial arts, and we're going to be able to do some funky stuff that other people don't have access to. We're going to be able to do... No, it's probably going to be the same. Probably going to be the same thing. But we could if we wanted to. The people coming over for some house stuff tomorrow are supposed to be over here pretty early in the day, to the point where I should be able to stream significantly earlier. Here's what I would like to ask you. I would like to ask you a favor, if you will indulge me. I'm going to end the stream right now. And I would like to ask you, those of you who have an opinion, leave a comment. Not chat, leave a comment. Because the chat goes and it just moves so... Leave a comment and let me know. What is your... Because I want to hear from the people. It makes no sense for me to do this if it doesn't work for you. Let me know what your preferred times are for me to stream. And be honest about it, because I want to show up when it makes sense for you guys. I don't want to keep you up. I don't want to do it when you're at work. I want to do it in a time that makes sense. And I don't want to be all over the place. So leave a comment. Let me know if it's 5 p.m., if it's 2 p.m., and let me know your time zone. I want to make sure it makes the most sense for everybody. Billy the Kidder just donated 5 Mexican martial arts memberships. He's doing like Heaven's Gate. He wants to take as many people as we can right now before it's over. We're trying to get up as many people as we can. We're going into the next life right now. Billy the Kidder just donated 5. Congratulations. Vic Damone, 87. Virgin Taker, 96. Corey Maloney. Most Davis Dave, an athlete of the year. Congratulations to everybody that now has access to the stream.